Hey, it's Traci Reuter, and I am back for another Growth in Motion. And I apologize for being a little bit cash this morning. I am just back from playing pickleball and grabbed some breakfast and went straight to work before getting ready for the day. And frankly, I don't have any scheduled calls. So I figured it would be okay if I just rolled into my day like this, right? Some days you just have that. So I wanted to share something a little bit personal today. So I shared this with a few people over the weekend, and it made me really think about how does this apply to business? And so let me tell you a little bit about the story. For years, I thought that I was protecting my husband, Rick, but I was actually hurting him. And let me tell you why. So Rick has had Parkinson's for 25 years now. He has young onset Parkinson's disease. We were 34 and 29 when it happened. And it's been a journey and it's been a challenge. And he was so extraordinarily talented, athletic, and all of that. And it changed. It changed a lot. Now, keep in mind, he still is probably above average for a lot of things, but I felt like if I met new people, whenever I did that, I would lead with his Parkinson's. Before anybody would judge him, before anybody would label him, I would make sure I would very quickly to be like, oh, he's got Parkinson's. I don't even know why I did it, but I figured that it would help him. I thought it would help people understand him better. I didn't know. So recently, we joined a country club. I never thought that would be something I would do, but we joined a country club, golf, pickleball, all sorts of stuff for a variety of reasons. One, Rick needs to be more active. He's very active, but he needs to be even more active for whatever reason. And it was not intentional. I didn't tell anybody. I didn't get a chance. We just jumped right in. I didn't introduce him as my husband with Parkinson's. I didn't quietly on the side tell people. I just literally said, that's my husband, Rick. He went one way, I went the other way, and that was it. And what started happening is people started noticing all of his strengths. They started noticing on the pickleball courts, his hand-eye coordination, what a great athlete he was. On the golf course, he golfs as well as anybody. People just started noticing. People started inviting us. We started getting invitations to golf with other people and joining pickleball club and doing all these things. I didn't really pick up on it at first. And then the other thing I started noticing is that people were talking to him. Usually because I introduce him that he has Parkinson's, they talk to me. He could be standing right next to me and they wouldn't talk to him. They would talk to me. And so people started talking to him. And will they find out? If they're following me here, they will absolutely find out. But the crazy part is by the time people find out, they'll just know him. They'll know who he is as a person. They won't know him as his disease. Over time, it just was heartbreaking to me because he's so vibrant and so amazing. And he was, whether it was intentionally or unintentionally, he was being excluded from things. One of the big challenges I had as his wife, his doctor was saying, like, he needs to be more social. He needs to get out there. And I couldn't, for the life of me, get him invitations. I felt like a parent trying to get their kids a play date. And it was just really difficult. So it's made me realize that, and how this relates to growth in motion. Let me bring this back to business. It made me start thinking about how when we introduce people and ideas, the way we introduce ourselves really shapes other people's perceptions. I have a client that often, before he says something amazing, he starts by saying, now I don't want you to get offended. When that happens, let's be honest. Actually, I'll be honest. I'm hardly ever offended. He doesn't need to say that. Like, he doesn't need to put me on defense every time. And I didn't need to introduce my husband as his disability first. I just needed to introduce him as him and let him be. And so it got me really thinking that whether it's in life, whether it's as a parent or as a spouse or as a business person, whenever we lead with labels, we're limiting ourselves, we're limiting that other person, we're just limiting ourselves, we're limiting our growth. My behavior was limiting my husband's growth. And these last few weeks, it's just been absolutely incredible. Like it's just been incredible. And I can only imagine what it's going to be like 6, 7, 8 months from now, a year, 2 years from now, which again, labels back 25 years ago when this happened, I thought our life was over. Because I had limited our thinking, I had limited things. We don't want to limit. We don't want to limit ourselves. We don't want to limit our businesses. We don't want to limit what's possible. So when we lead with our strengths, when we lead without the labels, we open the doors to limitless possibilities. And that's really why I wanted to share this story with you today, because I realize this is bigger than just how I'm leading in my personal life with my husband. Where else in my life am I doing this? I am certain this is part of why I've talked about it before. This is part of why I have a coach. I've talked about this in other videos, that you can't read the label from inside the bottle. Like, you think you're doing the right thing and you don't realize it. My challenge for you and my challenge for me today is where in your life or in your business are you leading with a label? Where are you leading with a limitation instead of a strength? Maybe it's in your marketing, maybe it's in your goal setting, like maybe it's just something that you've believed one way and it's held you back. What is that? And what might happen for you if you flipped the script in your See, that shift is changing everything for us. It's giving us a social life outside of the Parkinson's community, which for me, frankly, is good for my mental health to be around normal people. So imagine if you make that shift, what that would do for you. So I think that this could change everything. It's changing everything for us, but I think it could change everything for you too. That, my friend, is a little bit personal, a little bit casual. My name is Traci Reuter, and I'll see you next time.